I just think that's who we are. You have to have a level of toughness. And we talk about physical without fouling, not just out of control, not a lot of chaos, but discipline and being physical in what you're doing. Understand where you're supposed to be, carving out space on both ends of the floor. So you got to be physical and getting open on the perimeter, getting open in the post. Also, you got to be physical on the defensive side of the ball, really protect the lane.
How much better is David equipped to be that kind of player now that he's added some strength?
Well, I think he's good at it because he's been coached. He's a hard-nosed guy, and he wants to be good. I don't necessarily think you have to be so big to be physical. I think the biggest key is not to get injured, but you still have to play hard. The game is played the same way. You have to be physical. You have to be tough.
Is that mostly an attitude?
I think so, and I think he's always had the mindset. It just, for me, getting him out of his comfort zone to make him understand this is what we need him to do in order for us to be successful. And at the same time, he'll have a level of success because of that.
What have you guys been doing as coaches to make practice more physical, or at least for him to say it's been?
Well, I think it's more the mental than the actual physical bumping and grinding of the game. But just we use weight vests in practice. We do a lot of mental things, different push-ups after certain drills. We make every drill competitive for the most part. There's always a 5-on-5 or 3 drill, 1-on-1. The losers run 16 in a minute, suicides, whatever it may be in that particular drill. We put a premium on trying to take care of the basketball. A lot of times this time of year, the balls are flying all over the court because of the nature of practice and you put different things in. We're really trying to take care of the basketball, being disciplined when you attack the rim, jump stop, finding the shooters, and playing from there.
Are your guys embracing this mindset, this approach?
I just think it's what we do. I don't know if it's necessarily embracing this is what we need to do to be successful. There's always some bumps in the road trying to get to where you need to go. I like to think we'll be a better team. You see in November than we were in October. We'll be a better team in January than we were in December. I just think that's going through it and having time to really implement your style on both ends of the floor. And again, I'm not sure whether they embrace it or not. This is the style. This is who we are.
How's practice been the last week since I saw
great.
you last?
It's been great. The guys are continue to get better. Continue to work hard. And I think that's the biggest key, and understanding we have to be good on both ends of the floor, not just offensive mindset. We got to be good on both ends. Our guards have to defend, rebound, and play hard, just as well as our big guys. We have the luxury last year having bigs that can rebound. Everybody has to rebound for us.
Do you have to worry about David's minutes, given that you're one big guy who's got some experience? How many minutes do you think a guy like that can play in a game if he's not in foul trouble?
If you look at it over the years, most good players would rather they foul out. And I think for him is understanding how to play hard, not reaching as much. Because when I watch film and even in practice, he does a lot of reaching and gambling, just being disciplined defensively. And when you pressure the guy one-on-one, allow your other 4 guys to get the steals and get into passing lanes. It's just a matter of you doing your job. And I tell guys all the time, you're not taking the ball from great players. It's hard to do, not one-on-one.
I'm sure it's been an adjustment for the guys, but have you had to adjust at all or change anything up at all since you guys have started official practice?
I think the only difference as opposed to my team last year is we have 2 traditional big guys. They can go inside out. They can handle the ball. They weren't really shooters, but they can handle on the perimeter. They were very physical on the blocks, and they demanded that post space and made plays. The only difference now, you don't really have a traditional low post guy. You can go down for production every time down, which is fine. We've played 4 perimeter guys. We played 1 big. And I think Dave's a guy that can score on the blocks, but he's also a guy that can really face up and make plays. And I think when that happens, it helps us offensively because now you can open up the perimeter. Guys can penetrate and make plays.
Is your offense a little better equipped to do that than most other traditional style offenses, you think?
Well, I've done both ways. I think you have to be prepared to play, 2 traditional bigs, 1 big guy. Because either way, it's fine. You got 4 guards on the perimeter that can make shots, that space you out, and make you play. You got 2 big guys on the block that they can play. The bottom line is having talent and putting them in position to be successful.
How's that point guard deal coming right now? Who's looking good there?
All 3 of them. I think with Sam, Tyrone, and Brandon, all 3 of those guys are doing a good job. And again, they're very aggressive, which is a good part. Now we got to minimize those turnovers. But this time of year, when you're trying to get to know your guys, everything is sped up. The defense is at another level. Being able to make good decisions without being out of control.
Will you go into those 2 exhibition games allowing all 3 of them to have some moments at that position?
Oh, without a doubt. But your gauge is what we do in practice. You earn those minutes. So it's not a case, okay, that's sufficient. Let me give a guy 30 minutes. He didn't earn them in practice. For us, it's just because we'll play, again, 4 guards. You might see 2 of those guys on the floor at the same time quite a bit. So that's not a problem at all. Because the more ball handlers you have on the floor, the more decision makers, the better you are as a team.
How's Tyrone's decision-making with the ball in his hands as a facilitator?
Not bad. I would imagine just watching him practice, he's one of the better guys in the country at getting to the rim. And I think that's a major asset for him because he's strong, he's physical, He knows how to attack the rim, making good decisions. I like what I'm seeing from him at that position.
He's had kind of a screwy-looking shot at times. Is that something you guys refurbished or just tweaked?
Not necessarily, just getting shots up. But I think the thing with him, he's probably a better driver,
Right.
as opposed to a three-point shooter. He can make those shots, but I don't want that to be his game. I want him to use his ability to get to the rim and make plays, get to the free throw line. Now when the opportunity presents itself from the three, shoot the ball, but don't settle for a three-point shot.